25 states now siding with Texas. The other day we were doing the story, it was like 12 and then it was 14. Well, half of all U.S. states right now, they're siding with Texas in this border dispute because Texas is trying to protect itself. Texas is trying to protect the country. Texas is saying, okay, we're going to put up a barbed wire fence. Biden says, you can't do that. You can't do that. We're going to take it down. And then the Supreme Court, they sided with Biden on this one. And consequently, we're living in a situation where our states are not being protected. Certainly not Texas. And I'm going to quote for you Section 4, right here, the Section 4 of the U.S. Constitution. Not that one. Drew, I'm going to get to that one because that's a good one too. That's Section 10. But first, Section 4, the United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion. Invasion. Protect them against invasion. And then it goes on, and on application of the legislature or of the executive when the legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence. In other words, violence happening here in our nation. Like if you have a crazy riot going on, right? Is it time to call the feds? If you've got an invasion at your border, is it time to call the feds? 25 states now saying, you know what? The feds aren't there for us. So we're going to go to exactly what Drew in the control room there just pulled up. And that is this Section 10? Like article, we're trying to keep everything straight here. Article, here we go. Section 10, maybe Article 1, Section 10, Clause 3. Article 1, Section 10, Clause 3. And this is important because now states are saying they can actually come together because the federal government's like, hey, what are you doing? The 25 of you can't like join together in opposition to us. That's not allowed unless you look at this thing. Article 1, Section 10, Clause 3. No state shall, blah, 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 without the consent of Congress, etc., enter into any agreement or compact with any other state or engage in war unless actually invaded. You get that? Unless actually invaded. So remember that Article 1, I'm writing it down, Section 10, Clause 3. So the question is this an invasion? Seems like it. Certainly seems like it. And, we haven't even talked about the national security implications of what's happening, especially when you see so many people are coming from China. So many of them from China. And you have many from the Middle East as well. And I'm sorry, but I'm not trusting this government and this ragtag team to get it right. It's one reason why Republicans are inching closer and closer to impeaching Mr. Mayorkas. That would be the Homeland Security Director, who's done a really, really horrible job at this. You can see they are getting ready. They're putting the finishing touches on these articles of impeachment against Secretary Mayorkas. Because this team, the B team, the Biden team, they don't know what they're doing. And they don't have the proper incentive to do what they need to do. I want to play this thing again. I'm just so excited that we found this from 2020, August 2020. He said it right there. He warned us. Nobody took it seriously, I guess. We already saw we were at the lowest rate of people coming into our country because we had policies. We talked about a border wall. And then all of a sudden, Joe Biden out there on the campaign trail is like, really off in left field. I was going to say he's smoking something. I don't know, but watch him again.
Mr. Vice President, under the Trump administration, asylum has virtually ended. ICE detention centers are practically empty. Your new plan calls for reversing President Trump's harsh plan. But won't that restart a brand new border crisis? I mean, what would you do with all those people in camps now waiting in Mexico?
It will if we don't do it well. If we don't
reach out he said it will.
To the communities that are willing to, the charitable communities that will come in and help, and in addition to us spending millions of dollars providing for access for judges, access for asylum folks to be on the border, to move quickly. Because if we just say, okay, all done, I've withdrawn the order. You're going to have a crisis on the other side of the border as well.
We should have known better, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? Fool me once. What's the expression? You know, it's on you. Fool me twice. It's on me. Effectively, I don't think American voters are going to be fooled again. I think they've seen what could be, and they don't want it.